What are you supposed to do if your ex is in a rebound relationship during the holiday season? I'm going to let you know on what you can expect, what you should not expect, and what the dangerous pitfalls are during this time of year. This video is going to be very important in terms of understanding rebound relationships, the holidays, and the complex psychology that's happening beneath the surface with this whole situation. Hey there, it's Clay with modernlove.life. So if you find that your ex is in a rebound relationship during this December month, then there is probably a lot on your mind. You may very well be feeling the holiday expectation effect, as we discussed in a previous video. You might be wondering if you could possibly save your relationship during this time of year. You might be wondering if, maybe somehow if them and their rebound spend the holiday season together, if they spend Christmas together, that it's somehow going to cement the relationship in place. There could be a lot of questions on your mind. So right off the bat, I want to start by talking about how you can set your expectations during this time of year. It is pretty unlikely that they are going to end up breaking up with their rebound and getting back together with you during this time of year. Of course, it could happen if things are bad enough, if things are unsatisfying enough for them, but just broadly speaking, it's unlikely that they're going to end the rebound relationship during the holiday season. Nobody wants to be the kind of jerk that breaks up with somebody right before Christmas, and so what you may very well experience is that they're just going to, white knuckle it through the holiday season if things are not great between them and their rebound, and then after Christmas and after New Year's, things will sort of revert down to wherever the emotional connection actually is between the two of them. You may very well experience a lot of breakups that happen, after the holiday season, but not too many that happen during the month of December. Because again, nobody wants to be the kind of person who breaks up with somebody right before Christmas. Don't think that this is going to necessarily make their relationship set in stone or anything. It's not like because they spent Christmas together, now they're going to, be hopelessly in love with one another and never break up and go and ride off into the sunset or anything like that. Again, as we've talked about so many times on this channel, the quality of the emotional connection is the most important thing that is going to determine the future trajectory of a relationship. If the emotional connection between them is weak because they're not connecting well, because there are incompatibilities, because there's conflict between them, because there is uncertainty, because there's unresolved feelings from, the breakup that they had with you, that they're then carrying forward into the rebound relationship or anything else, those things will still have an effect. It's just you may not be able to observe it during this holiday season. Just understand that the holiday season may artificially keep people together because nobody wants to, break up with somebody or go through a breakup during the Christmas season. But after the holiday season effect is over, then the relationship will revert down to wherever the actual emotional connection is. Things may optically not look great during this time of year. Okay, so if you're looking on social media or something like that, you may see posts that they are putting up about, hey, look at me, I'm with this person. Isn't it great to be spending the holiday season with the person that you care about or something like that? It may not optically look good. And it's important to remember that, yeah, once again, they're not going to want to dump someone right before Christmas, but also social media is where people put on a show. They put on an act, generally speaking, for the other people in their life, their friends, their family, etc. Nobody wants to think of themselves as, hey, here I am having a miserable holiday season. Look at me, auntie so-and-so, uncle so-and-so. I'm in this really cruddy relationship during Christmas. No, they want to put on a show and make it seem like it's the best thing ever. And so you might see this and you might start to feel down about yourself. You might just start to think that things are hopeless. You might start to feel discouraged and things like that. Just understand that social media is, all style, zero substance, basically. It's not going to give you a true reflection of what's going on underneath the surface in their rebound relationship. So please understand that. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful, it would mean a lot to me if you would hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm and perhaps even consider subscribing to this channel as well too. These sorts of things really do help out small channels like this one. Additionally, what you also want to keep in mind is that because of you and your ex's history, the romantic pressure, the perceived romantic pressure between the two of you is going to be extremely high during this time of year. Even if you are not actively doing things to increase that romantic pressure, you know, like begging and pleading, like, you know, buying them a sort of, you know, luxurious gift or making some sort of grand romantic gesture or something like that, they may still feel a sense of romantic pressure between the two of you because of the whole holiday season, okay? So just understand that they may want to keep their distance from you because of that. They may want to not interact with you or limit interaction with you during this time of year because of that. Again, that's not necessarily meaning that your situation is hopeless or anything like that. Just understand that it's due to that elevated level of romantic pressure. And you want to be very, very dialed in to how pressurized you are making them feel by your actions or inactions and things like that, okay? Because they are going to be extra sensitive to this romantic pressure during this time of year. There might be a part of you that wants to make it seem as if certain romantic things are happening. There might be a part of you that wants to set it up so that, you know, oh, hey, look at that. There just happens to be a mistletoe up there. What are we gonna do about it? You know, you just want to try to be mindful of that and limit that as much as possible, because what we're trying to do most likely during this time of year, you know, depending on where you are at with your particular connection with your ex, what's probably going to help most people out is to reduce that romantic pressure as much as possible, have friendly enough interactions, build up an emotional connection, and then maybe consider using some of that romantic pressure after the holiday effect is over, after maybe the rebound relationship connection sort of reverts down to wherever the emotional bond between the two of them is, and you're then able to you know, carry things forward into the new year. But just know that this time of year is going to be fraught with more complications, obviously, from everything that we've talked about before in previous videos. Just be aware of that. Just be aware that you're unlikely to get back together with them if they're in a rebound relationship during this time of year. I mean, of course, nothing is off the table if things are bad enough, if, you know, some dramatic thing comes to light, like, you know, they cheated on them or something like that, then, you know, yeah, breakups can happen, and, you know, maybe they will get back together with you. Just know that it's unlikely that someone's going to want to go out of their way to break up with somebody right before Christmas, especially going through a breakup or dumping someone and all the feelings that that might stir up as well too. I know that this might be a very difficult time of year for you because of all of these factors and considerations, so please go ahead and make sure that you check out this video right up here on the holiday expectation effect. That will show you what you can expect, what influences it may have on you, and how you can best prepare for it during this time of year.